Hello, New.
Hello, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm very good, thank you. Okay, today we're going to do some speaking. We'll carry on with our speaking here. Can you see the paper?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay, let's look over here. We're going to describe a piece of good news that you heard about someone you are familiar with. Okay, so if you are familiar with somebody, that means it's either your family or your friend, somebody that you see often. Okay, so do you understand the question?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you some time to think about it and then we can write. Okay, we're going to say what it was, when you heard it, how you knew it, explain how you felt about it. You can tell me when you're ready.
Yeah. Um. I recently hear some really good new things from my mom. It turned uh it turned out she had uh been accepted into a
Accepted into?
yes, into a um into a accounting.
Accounting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and accounting. Is it an accounting program or accounting course or
I
job?
think accounting a job.
Okay. Okay, so did your mom, did she really want to do accounting?
Yes.
Okay, let's say then. Okay, so this was great news.
And
Okay.
I hear this news about uh last month.
Okay, let's say about a month ago.
Yes, a month ago when she called me to tell me about it.
Okay, very good. Very good. Nice speaking, Nu. Okay, has she started the job yet?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say since then she has started at her new position. Okay.
I knew that uh I knew that she had been working hard for months to get uh into this job. She had been worked hard for entrance.
Working hard for
Um,
the entrance.
yes.
Okay. Like, is it like an entrance exam? Do they have to write an exam?
It had for two interview.
Oh, okay. For this interview. Sorry, let me fix my writing here. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Explain how you felt about it.
Nevertheless, when I hear the news,
Okay, when I heard the news that she had got the job, I
was surprised and ecstatic.
excited for her.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you could say I felt very proud of her. For all her hard work. Okay, now we just need to say a conclusion. Maybe you can say something like, I hope that one day I can also work hard like my mom does. Okay. Okay, when I'm working, I can also achieve my dreams like my mom has. Yeah, good. You understand, New?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Can you read it for me, please, New?
I recently heard some really good news from my mom. It turned out that she had been accepted into an accounting job. She really wants to do accounting for a long time. So this was great news. I heard this news about a month ago when she called me to tell me about it. Then she has started
Since then.
since then she has started at her new position. I knew she had been working hard for months to get into this job. She had been working hard for this interview to make sure that she could get the job. When I heard the news that she had got the job, I was surprised and excited from her. I feel very proud of her for all her hard work. I hope that one day when I am working, I can also achieve my dreams like my mom has.
Okay, very good. That's very nice speaking. Your ideas are very good. I'm happy with that. You stick to the topic and you answer all the questions. Very good, New. Okay. Okay, I've saved that. I will send it to you. Let's move on. Okay, part 3. Is it good to share something on social media? You can say depends what it is. Maybe it's good to share happy photos, but it's not good to share fake news. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so
I
let's,
think
depending on what is shared on social media, some posts can be good and others can be negative. Okay, let's say positive instead of good. Okay, for example, a good post would be, what is something good that you can share on social media, on the internet?
is memory from friends and family.
Okay, okay, good post would be to share memory of friends and family. Okay, but something negative that should not be shared is fake news. Okay, do you know what fake news is?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I think that's good. We don't need to make the answers don't need to be too long here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at number 2. Should the media only publish good news?
I think uh, media should uh, up,
Or
uh,
publish good and bad, or only good?
publish good and bad.
Okay. Okay, we can say good news is always uplifting to read. If it's uplifting, it means it puts you in a good mood, makes you happy.
Yeah.
Okay, but bad news is also important because why is it important to read bad news also?
Um,
So we can be in touch with reality. So we know what is real. Yeah, okay. We need to know what is happening in the world and be more aware. Sorry. Okay, do you agree with that? Do you want to say anything more?
no.
Okay. Okay, let's look at number 3. How does social media help people access information?
Social media help people access information about new things.
Okay, by discovering new things. Okay, social media is not the same as the internet. Okay, it is on the internet, but social media means how people talk to each other on the internet. Like Facebook or Instagram, even YouTube, that's all social media. Okay, so maybe we
Yeah.
can say some professionals post, let's say share posts that have a lot of knowledge. And these can help other people become more clever. Or let's say more informed. Okay, informed means to know something. Okay.
Yeah.
So some professional means somebody that's very good at something. Okay, they share posts that have a lot of knowledge. So they will type something. If somebody's very clever at something, they will write something about it. So everybody can read it and they can know more. Okay. Is there anything else
Okay.
you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay, I think how does social media help people access information? Okay, also they want to say, also, if we want to know something about a person, we can look at their Facebook account or Instagram pictures to know more about them. Okay. Okay, number 4. What kind of good news do people often share in the community?
Mm,
Like in your community, what is something that you hear often that's good news? Maybe like somebody did very well at school, or maybe somebody's very good at sport.
yeah. And study document.
Okay. Let's say we often share news about the kids' studies. Yeah. And what they have achieved in school, including sports. Okay, do you understand New?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Okay. In my community, we often hear good news about the kids' studies and what they have achieved in school. Let's put neighborhood kids' studies, what they have achieved in school, including sports achievements. Okay, I think that's all right. Okay, let's read from 1 to 4. Is it good to share something on social media?
Depending on what is shared on social media, some posts can be positive and other can be negative. For example, a good post would be to share memory of friends and family, but something negative that should not be shared is fake news.
Okay, should the media only publish good news?
The media should publish good and bad news. Good news is always a flight thing to read, but bad news is
Uplifting.
uplifting to read, but bad news is also important because we need to know what is happening in the world and be more
Aware.
aware.
Okay. How does social media help people access information?
Um, Social media helps people access information by discovering new things. Some professionals share posts that have a lot of knowledge, and This can help other people become more informed about a topic. Also, if we want to know something about a person, we can look at their Facebook account or Instagram picture to know more about them.
Okay. What kind of good news do people often share in the community?
In my community, we often hear good news about the neighborhood kids' studies and what they have achieved in school, including sport achievement.
Okay. Okay, very good news. Just remember, you must always say the S.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, professionals. Okay, achievements. Fake news. Okay, it's very important when you're doing speaking in your exam. If they hear the S, then they know that you don't do well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Let's move on to number 5. Do most people like to share good news with others? Do you think most people like to share good news or most people like to share bad news?
I think most people like to share good news.
Because,
Good news is uh, always positive than bad news.
yes, okay, is always more positive than bad news. Okay, you can say people like to hear positive things to create a good mood and feel happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look at number 6. Do people like to hear good news from their friends?
Um, in my opinion, I think most people like to hear good news from their friends. Uh,
Because they love their friends
yeah.
and want to hear of good things happening in their lives. Do you want to say anything more?
No.
Okay, I think that's good. Okay. Number 5, do most people like to share good news with others?
I think that most people like to share good news because good news is always more positive than bad news. People like to hear positive things to create a good mood and feel happy.
Okay. Do people like to hear good news from their friends?
In my opinion, most people like to hear good news from their friends because they love their friends and want to hear good things happening in their lives.
Okay, very good. Okay, now I'm going to go back. I'm going to ask you all the questions again. You're going to read it again, and then I'm going to take it away. Okay. First, we're going to go back to this one. Okay. Describe a piece of good news that you heard about someone you are familiar with.
I recently heard some really good news from my mom. It turned out that she had been accepted into an accounting job. She really wanted to do accounting for a long time, so this was great news. I heard this news about a month ago, then she called me to tell me about it. Since then, she has started at her new position. I knew that she had been working hard for 4 months to get into this job. She had been working hard for this interview to make sure that she could get the job. When I heard the news that she had got the job, I was surprised and excited for her. I feel very proud of her for all her hard work. I hope that one day when I am working, I can also achieve my dreams like my mom has.
Yay, very nice. I can hear this. Okay. One other word, surprised. Okay, we must say the whole word. Surprised.
Surprised.
Okay, we must remember to say the D at the end. Sometimes if you're speaking fast, I know sometimes you say only half the word, but it's very important to get a good score. You have to say the whole word. Okay. Even if you speak slowly, English people speak very slowly. So it's good if you speak slower. Okay, good. Let's go down. Okay. Is it good to share something on social media?
Depending on what is shared on social media, some posts can be positive and others can be negative. For example, a good post would be to share memories of friends and family, but something negative that should not be shared is fake news.
Okay, good. Very nice speaking. Should the media only publish good news?
The media should publish good and bad news. Good news is always
Up,
uplifting to
like uplifting. Up.
uplift, uplifting to read, but bad news is also important because we need to know what is happening in the world and be more
Aware.
aware. aware.
Okay. How does social media help people access information?
Social media helps people access information by discovering new things. Some professionals share posts that have a lot of knowledge and um, and this can help other people become more informed about a topic. Also, if we want to know something about a person, we can look at their Facebook account or Instagram pictures to know more about them.
Okay. What kind of good news do people often share in the community?
In my community, we often hear good news about the neighborhood, kids' studies, and what they have achieved in school, including sports achievement.
Yay, nice speaking, New. Very good. Okay. Do most people like to share good news with others?
I think that most people like to share good news because good news is always more positive than bad news. People like to hear positive things to create a good mood and feel happy.
Okay. Do people like to hear good news from their friends?
Uh, in my opinion, most people like to hear good news from their friends because they love their friends and want to hear good things happening in their life.
Okay, very good. Okay. Now, okay, we still got some time. Let's move. Okay, let's come back for our next meeting. And then we will do with no writing.